Okay, let's get real. We all know that I've probably made a lot of missteps in the last year. Yeah, guilty as charged. How am I, or nay, you, blocking your own success? How are we winning by inches? Let's check it. Hello there, everybody. My name is Jenna O'Malley. I am your soul writer, author of sci-fi, fantasy with dashes of romance and nerdy references. Alongside the raw healing stories I write with the murder annals and connected series throughout time and space, I help other people, such as yourselves, write from the soul in an intentional way. No matter what genre, fiction, nonfiction, or medium, welcome in, everybody. Like, comment, share, subscribe, bring a friend, and... oh my goodness. Yeah, this is a mood. So I got reflecting, as we all learners of life as authors tend to do, about what have I done wrong this year while doing things right. I did a lot of right things this year. We did a lot of good things this year on this channel. Where is that 1.5? Are we close to that 1.5? Hey y'all, thank you very much, right? Shout out to all of you for being here. But also on top of that, I've hosted a couple of really good classes. Soul Bard Academy is actually a thing, not just a dream anymore. I have more indie clients, finally, than I do trad clients, because I've been able to let that part of my life transition. Am I focusing more and more on my own writing and following through on what I need to take care of me? Ha! Okay, there's a door here. I can't exactly walk through and be honest and admit something yet. My name is Jenna O'Malley. And I am the stereotypical healer Virgo. Oh my gosh. So we're looking at 10 things and 10 ways I've probably slightly misstepped this year. And I'm sure all of you have too. Maybe some journal prompts ahead, so long as you're being kind to your soul, your characters, and your writing, and your business along the way. So first and foremost, word choices and writing style. I'm not talking about necessarily in your books, but I am. How are you talking to yourself while you're drafting? While you're editing? World building? Completing this thing for the first time, or in the case of us whom have published a few books or more, insert number of books here. That can apply for social media posts. Hello, YouTube vlog I've been putting off redoing because I lost a lot of content and I figured this was a chance to do the last couple of them better. And then, oh look, hello, self-assigned deadline. And normally, whenever I'm looking at word choices, I tend to be very kind, to the point, and informative as I can be when I give feedback to either former students as a K-12 English teacher, or whenever I'm trying to give feedback to clients. I often remind them a lot of this is data in, data out. It's a suggestion. You know, I'm very gentle about it as much as I can be. And yet when it comes to me, I'm not that way. The language is very, very overcomplicated. In soulbard.exe, we talked about the importance of knowing how to use things like Bloom's taxonomy to your advantage. Why am I picking wording in my goals that make them feel like chores, as opposed to picking a better verb that makes it feel like fun and inviting and actually an action that I, as the player in this avatar, want to go through in my quest book? Dang it. So I've been really as I've been going through and doing soulbar.exe with everybody else, I came to the realization that the wording of my goals is often worded not necessarily how my favorite teachers would word stuff, but I was sounding like the math teacher from 9th grade, Miss Wilson, who literally gave me so much anxiety about math. So I'm really having to let my authentic voice stand out without fear attached, without a punishment expectation attached. And that's the key thing. The punishment is you fail, you learn the lesson, you rinse, you wash, repeat. That's the lesson. And I'm not giving myself the setup in my mindset. I'm getting there. I'm better than I was 3 years ago. Oh boy, am I better than I was 3 years ago. I still, when it comes to my projects, will put me last. Some of my editing clients are like, yeah, I was wondering about that because you helped so many of us in the last 6 months. Somehow my book still got out. Are they perfect? Progress is probably my word for the year for a reason for 2025. I'm torn between that and community, but I kind of feel like progress will also include community. We shall see. We shall see. Undecided, future vlog ahead maybe. Also, I'm very forgiving to my past students in ways that I always wanted an adult to be with me, but I'm not even being that adult for myself right now. Yet I'm okay modeling for other people with examples of how to do it. Why am I making the extra work for myself? Just do it by who I is, not by examples of who does. This is why Yoda burns so many calories, isn't it? Whew, Master Yoda, I'm learning your ways. But it can also go into not just daily practices and routines, but I am still battling. I'm still battling straight A student mindsets. I was not a straight A student until I was in college and took mostly history, communication, theater, sociology, classes that I liked. That's why I was a straight A student in college. All the classes I picked and I liked them. Okay? High school, I was very much a middle of the road BC student, but I was in the honors program, so of course, what did honors students hear? Your B or C in an honors class is like a boring A in the easy classes. Yeah, unfortunately now, I don't know how to enjoy an easy A. I know how to design a class that is an easy A. Ask my creative writing students from K-12. They would rather write for me than for their actual English classes, and yes, it caused problems. I'm so sorry, former colleagues. No, I'm not. Anyway, so if I'm okay doing that for teenagers and now adults who are professionals in writing, why am I not doing that for me all the more? I'm getting better. I said at the beginning of this, we're winning by inches for a reason. We shall let that be the turn of phrase that I kind of learned to accept is a thing. Daily practices, I need to get more consistent with my writing habits. I have figured out that I write new content best at night for myself, and I edit stuff for myself during the day best. I was trying to keep all of my writing first thing in the morning and then client stuff in the afternoon. So we're going to kind of see if we can lean into that as I get back to drafting new words, because I still have, I still have over 5 books that are of mostly written content to get through editing while figuring out the lay of the land for season 2. So, daily practices and routines, if I'm going to have this deep of a creative well, I need to be the Virgo healer for me. So as much as possible, I am reclaiming Sundays. One of the reasons why I left teaching was because Sundays were always about lesson planning, curriculum mapping, planning planning, this meeting, that meeting, going and get ready to go and do this recertification class, so that way I can go ahead and make sure that I'm able to do this thing. Oh, you want me to go to this training over here, and you want me to learn how to do this thing? I have almost 2 master's degrees for a reason. Anyway, because they just kept being like, can you do this, therefore we'll train you to do it. Because you work with the kids that no one wants to work with. Because you're the adult you needed, but they need you more. And I'm kind of also being the little sister to my brothers has now become a big sister to my students. I had to accept that. Why am I not being a good sibling to myself? And therefore doing what I said I would do at ending my teaching career and reclaim my Sundays to be about doing laundry, meal prep, going for walks, playing video games, watching movies, sleeping in late. I haven't done that since, not the place we lived last year, but the place we lived in 2022. It's like, I haven't done that in like a year plus now. I need to reclaim the modes of discipline that worked for me to get me to write so many books and get so far ahead and really figure out what I wanted to do with my career after teaching. I need to reclaim the discipline. I can do it for other people. Why can't I do it for myself? Refocusing and journaling has led me to believe the core issue that I am now right at the boss level of facing. A large part of this journey for us as writers is using the written word to reclaim our voice. It's a mindset. It's a motivator. It's why I want to start getting back up early in the morning before the day gets hectic and sitting on the patio and enjoying the coffee before the sun rises. Instead of I was getting back to, and this was even before we moved, that mindset of, I really don't want to get out of bed. As we'll talk about in the next vlog, I forgot about the importance of the art of waking up in the morning. It is an art form. It doesn't matter what time your morning starts. It's an art form to pull yourself out of your subconscious into your conscious mind as cleansingly and as clarifying words as possible. Dr. Seuss can invent words. Shakespeare can invent words. You somehow got what I meant. That's all that matters. So what am I doing to make sure that the transition out of my subconscious brain into my conscious brain is healthy? A lot of us writers write best when we can find a way to write from in between the two, but that's a rough place to be. 1 foot in this realm and 1 foot in the subconscious of wherever our books realms are. That's a hard place to be. It would almost be like trying to play a video game about driving a car while driving your car. Should you be doing the same thing at the same time? No, one of those cars should be pause, parked. Let's change cars here for a second. And that has led me to accept that I have overloaded myself right back to what drained me with teaching. You don't always have to be perfect. A line that Neftiri tells Ian in book 5 has really stuck with me. And it's a simple line, and it's kind of something I've said to even some of you. You don't need to be perfect. You are enough. And that says something. Essentially, Ian was upset that all of his promises, all of his good intentions, didn't exactly have good deeds attached to them. And Neftiri, as his spouse, as his wife, as the best friend of his soul that he has chosen to spend this existence with, she has to admit to him that It's okay that you had to learn a lesson. I get it. If immortals are allowed to get that, why aren't mortals? Don't you dare say it's because they have more time. Ironically, what do most immortals wish they don't have? Time to face the music. On the other side of the coin, we're humans here admiring them for their side as much as they're admiring us for ours. So the workaholicism and continually saying your reward is moving the goalpost, like in football, right? First down! Let's keep going. First down! Let's keep going. First down! And then you're at goal in inches. And you're like, oh my God, I need a first down. Or a touchdown. Oh my God, I need a first down. Or a touchdown. Inches! Okay, I'll take inches. I need a first down or a touchdown. And you're literally like that far away. Yeah, some of you who like watching American football are going, those games are sometimes the best and the most annoying to watch. Welcome to life. Same thing. I've gotten better about celebrating my own successes. I need to find other ways to do it. As ostentatious as it was, you all haven't seen this yet. Hold on, pause. Hi, I had to go fetch something right quick. So as ostentatious as it was, I bought myself a thwomp ring. Some of you are like, other than it being huge, Jenna, what is it? It's a labradorite ring. They are good for helping with the mind. And I often have read that it's the stone of fantasy and sci-fi writers because of the protection it can give and the connection to imagination, the flashy magic that it contains. And if you've ever seen in Mario, the little blocks that go ka-dunk, they're called thwomps. It's kind of shaped like a thwomp. So for when I'm writing, my gift to me for completing season 1, my 5th book, a major milestone, instead of cake, instead of a coffee mug, I spent a little more money. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't begrudge myself the cake, and I definitely don't begrudge myself a new coffee mug. But this was expensive. Now, mind you, it was like $60 bucks. It took me a long time to save up for it. That's the thing. I will probably want to wear it one day. You know, red carpet. Why not? It would be a lovely statement piece on the red carpet, is literally what I kind of thought when I first wore it. Now, mind you, a friend of mine, a fellow business owner here locally, Laloon Metaphysical Shops owner JC, she was like, I was shopping for rings for the shop. And this said this needs to be Jenna's, basically. Yeah, I'm like, oh, cool, let's see if it... To quote Jim Carrey, like a glove. So it has been added to the collection, and it really does make me look at this ring. It's huge, and go, you put a lot of work to earn it. There's hours of my tears, my sweat. Some of you, for my clients and my coaching, not just editing, but coaching clients too, your sweat and tears are in this business too. For every word you write, your soul is in this. Publishing or not. Publishing or not. You'd owe it to yourself to stop overscheduling things that drain you. Sometimes we have to adult and we have to do the thing. You deserve to balance it out for yourself. Anyone telling you differently, give them a thwomp from me. Okay? You are just barely blocking your own success. Those were the words I looked at myself in the mirror and said recently. Why? It's literally akin to writing an A paper and not turning it in. Time to turn in the paper. You're worth it. You always have been. Take care of yourself. Stop blocking yourself. Pivot. Pivot. Pivot! See you later, friend.